That's almost like
Good morning, everybody. Just going to be pulling up my live chat here before I bring the cameras in.
beautiful. Fuck yeah. This music makes me want to grow a large mustache.
Oh, yeah? That's the wrong channel here.
And then grow like big beefy forearms and then sell like meat on the street.
I think if I just pull it up here and pause it, I can get the live chat up. All right.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to pull it up too.
Good morning, everybody.
Let's see if Todd's watching this morning.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 13th. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I don't have to work today, but I do have a 7-day stretch coming up here, so we're going to enjoy the Wednesday. I got a great live Drive Time David Collins this morning. We already started our pre-records earlier this week for when the baby's born, so that we can keep the Drive Time David Collins uploading on Wednesdays for a few weeks. I think I'm going to try to get 6. Next week, we have a great guest. He's a growing in popularity in the local area here, comedian named Vic, a young guy. We're going to have him on the Drive Time next week for one of the pre-records that's going to air in June.
Hell yeah.
He's going to come with Todd. Now, I'll tell you, I saw this Vic guy. He did some comedy at the Goose. He did this bit about bombing the virus that's on that cruise ship there. He did this bit. It was short. It was good. It was to the point. Maybe he'll work it out and make it tighter. But then I go a few days later and I'm listening to the Tim Dillon show. And Tim Dillon's doing the same bit, except he's doing it for 20 minutes. I'm saying, all right, come on, Tim. You're doing the same bit as I saw an open micer doing last week. Let it go.
But 20 minutes meaning what? Just going into excruciating detail, trying to riff on it? Or like...
Oh, well, just, he'll say something like, just bomb him. And that's so outrageous to him, he'll just repeat it for 12 minutes
Just
like he's Chris
bomb him.
Rock.
Oh,
But,
God.
you know,
Feel
but
like he's Chris Rock.
it's fine. I enjoy the show.
Like
but,
he's a preacher in church. Can I
yeah.
get a bomb?
It'd be nice if 25 minutes of his hour-long show wasn't ads, but besides that, I do enjoy Tim Dillon's show. I'm not that jaded. Anyway, good morning, everybody. We'll probably get some Ouija in the chat this morning. We'll probably get some Skull Dave. I can't remember. I'm not good with names this morning, guys.
Perhaps maybe Todd Basinger.
But anyway, so the point of today's show, I just wanted to go over. I don't know how to get into this. So, because I'm not like some pleb that believes everything on this website, I understand that this is propaganda.
On what website?
We're going to be looking at war.gov, which, first of all, is hilarious. I mean, we're going to be looking at a government website today called war.gov/UFO. And they want me to take this seriously?
That does sound made up, doesn't it? It sounds like something your buddy would bring up to you.
But I did grow up. I'm a big, I would say at 14 years, I was like 13, 14 years old. I was telling people, I think it's ridiculous that at this day and age that we don't just understand that some sort of extraterrestrial life is embedded within our communities and is having some sort of influence in our society.
Right, okay.
The smallest point there. You know what I mean? But I mean, now it's 12 years later, and I think more people are kind of with it. I'm even to the point now, when you look at the people that are in power, you don't even have to wonder about their beliefs. I just wonder, and I think Tim Dillon said this recently too, but so I don't mean to copy him, but what are these people? Mm-hmm. Are they people? But, so, this is the website. Let's just intro it with their intro here. Let's do it. Keep the music on.
Hold on, war.gov has an intro of their very own.
Let me pause this music here. Excuse me, everybody. This is what we're looking at today. I just wanted to go through this entire website with everybody for an hour and a half. I got the live chat pulled up. Hopefully we don't get disconnected at all, because sometimes we'll have some live issues. But
hold on, real quick. What was the music that you were playing? What was that?
Dargolan. Dargolan makes royalty-free music. That was a Greek. That was his royalty-free Greek music that we just paused. But He's got a large variety. Yeah, I don't know if you were here when we played the porn music during the pre-record.
No.
But that was part of a bit. But he's got a lot of great music, and I used it for a lot of things. And we try to plug Dark Hole. But that's... So, this is February 19th, 2026. Trump posts on Truth Social. And then they put it at the top of this website, too. Who made this website? What intern is 20 years later going to be doing a podcast and saying, you remember that? I made that. I designed that.
He has that in his resume somewhere when he's applying to his next tech job.
Yeah, he's got it on his LinkedIn.
Web development. And his LinkedIn.
Do you think they're friends?
Probably, definitely.
I can't get over the social media plugs at the top of war.gov.
Check out our YouTube.
Yeah, what's with the YouTube?
We upload every day.
All of these videos that we're going to see here, I think are embedded to the website. They're not even coming from a third party, but
no shit. So
they didn't upload it to their YouTube is my point.
Do you think, hold on, scroll up just a little bit. Do you think at any point in time during the design of this website, the factor was considered of, we need to make this look cool. We need to make this look fucking cool.
They left it all black and white, I guess, because of the images. It is cool. I like their the fading background.
It's gotta look serious.
But anyway, Donald Trump posts on February 19th. He says, based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life and unidentified aerial phenomenon and unidentified flying objects, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. I'm sure.
I just want to murder him. Wait, I probably shouldn't say that.
The way he said it was probably a lot more dramatic.
There's a lot of guys that...
So then somebody, whoever made this website,
there's
posts...
aliens. I feel like that's basically what he's just kind of dumped on us, right?
I don't know. Bill Clinton said that he wanted to get elected just in his first day he was going to show us the aliens. And then I think he gave a comment afterwards, and he said something like, "You guys don't want to know," or something like that.
Bullshit. Yeah, the American public isn't
remember.
ready. I fucking hate that argument.
I don't remember how that story goes, but many presidents have alluded to that being a goal of getting in office, and then
maybe that is like a bullshit thing that they throw at the wall to no different than how maybe when a war is going on. Or maybe some sort of economic crisis, they use that to their political advantage. Maybe when things are going well.
Yeah, you don't really hear about the aliens when things are going well.
He's elect me and I'll show you the fucking aliens. How about that?
The only time aliens came up during Obama's administration, when there was that freaky image, he gave a speech in front of out in the lawn, and there was this glass door behind him, one of those garden glass doors, and
behind
Obama?
Through
through that it looked like there was an alien face watching him. That was the only time UFOs came up during Obama's.
I know what you're talking about. No, the only time aliens came up for Obama is all the ones that he put in cages.
There we go.
No, yeah, remember when times were simple? Aliens were still a thing of movies.
Yeah, in South America.
Yeah, and then when did that come out? There was like dried up alien body they found in Mexico. That was definitely fake. It was just a mazapan that they put together rather cleverly.
Oh yeah, no, I don't remember that. I remember a couple years ago we were hearing all those stories of South American countries seeing aliens in their villages.
Right, I think it was definitely down there where they had the most we have the body of one, or a fucking
That's a chupacabra.
That's somebody's grandmother that they left out to dry. That's what it is.
So here's the directive. I don't know who made this website. This isn't addressed. This isn't Trump speaking, but in response to Donald J. Trump's directive for transparency on U.S. government information regarding unidentified anomalous phenomenon, the Department of War, also known as DOW, I guess, with support from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, is overseeing the government-wide efforts to expeditiously find, review, identify, and declassify and publicly release unresolved UAP-related records and historical documents in the federal government's possession. This is an unprecedented, historic undertaking that requires coordination between dozens of agencies that review tens of millions of records, many existing only on paper. And those are kind of ones I like, some of the screenshots of like 1950s documents that were just being sent to people. But I wonder this sentence, what agencies?
Right.
Dozens of agencies? I can't name a dozen agency. So are they saying like a bunch of agencies that you'll never hear the name of, that we'll never talk about?
Or ones
but here are a few screenshots that they were willing to give us.
Or ones you don't expect, like maybe they're hitting up the FDA for for their for their alien knowledge.
The DEA is supplying. No, not those aliens.
He's like, that's right. We handle borders of all kinds. We're qualified to handle any sort of situation.
And I don't believe it. But yeah, I believe there's going to be a lot of nonsense in these files. But we have like 17 pages of documents here to kind of scan through.
Another thing, at least for me, like I don't know if you ever think this way about shit like this, but like especially when it's talking about like, oh, we have all these agencies that we're getting together with to fully declassify these documents. It sounds like they're fully just admitting, yeah, we're getting together to approve what we're going to show you guys and what we're going to keep secret.
Right.
And fucking, you know.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. We're getting together, making sure we're trying to solve the leak problem. And so we're going to have coordinated leaks going forward with all of these agencies.
We're getting together with the Vatican.
And there are going to be a lot of suicides leading up to this.
Yeah, we have a lot of suicides we have to take care of.
Are you following in all these missing scientists over the last couple of years?
No, tell me about it.
There's like 23 missing scientists that have like either killed themselves or just gone missing in the woods after leaving.
Since like COVID, or
they leave
before that?
No, since like the last like year and a half.
What?
Since like the last year and a half, where
shit.
like there's a strange trend of high-level scientists that work on very interesting technologies that are leaving their house, leaving their phones at the house, bringing a gun with them, and then just disappearing. And it seems strange. Including one of them was this guy that's well known because he did a lot of appearances on Ancient Aliens. And 2 days before he supposedly killed himself, he did this like solo stream where he's saying, yeah, it's pretty freaky that all my peers are just kind of like disappearing. I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied. Like I like my job. I like my life.
Right.
And 2 days later, 2 days later, he supposedly kills himself. He's like, it's a pretty weird time though. Like all my peers are just disappearing.
It really sucks that like at least not formally, right? I'm sure maybe with a revolution or so, whatever the fuck, maybe so. But it really sucks that at least formally, we as the American people cannot just sit the government down and be like, guys, we know what you're fucking doing.
I know, so many people.
Can we stop using the same trick?
We just finished watching this James Franco show. It's 11/26/62 or something like that. It's a show where James Franco goes back in time to try to stop JFK's murder, and it takes place. It's based on a Stephen King book, but the Stephen King book must have been written like 20 years before the show or something, because the show's from 2016, and everybody in the show is like understands just naturally that Lee Harvey Oswald is the lone shooter and that nobody else was involved.
Right.
And it's like in 2016, studies were coming out that 70% of the U.S. population didn't believe that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone.
Right, they believed the government did it, right?
Yeah, or that he was not the only shooter, or so. But anyway, yeah, like people are pretty woke to this, which is the original use of woke, just being aware of the evils of the government, and that's been
buying the bullshit.
That's been turned around.
But as opposed to woke meaning that you like Velma being black or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a little far from the mic, by the way.
Am I? Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah. Let me bring it in.
Sometimes you're loud, but
also too, I definitely this is just because what I had in mind. But when you were saying that, like, James Franco in the show, that you're gonna be like, and obviously all the people in the show, they didn't know that James Franco was a rapist.
They didn't.
Nobody saw that one coming.
No, he stops a rape actually.
In the show.
You should have known though. You should have known that something was. You could watch that show all the way through and say something's off with James Franco. The guy cannot cry. There's a couple of scenes towards the end where he's sad and crying. Terrible crier. Great actor, cannot cry. In my, I don't know. Or it was too pathetic for me. A less pathetic cry, please, James Franco. I'll finish this paragraph here. Given the scope of this task, the Department of War will be releasing, for anybody who wasn't paying attention in the last couple of years, the Department of Defense is now the Department of War.
Right. Yeah.
That kind of went over my head until a few months ago. I kind of caught up to that. I thought it was a new department, and then I realized Government of Defense didn't exist anymore.
DOW, yeah.
So, DOE.
The DOW.
Will be releasing materials on a rolling basis as they are discovered and declassified, with tranches posted every few weeks. The material archived here are unresolved cases, meaning the government is unable to make a definitive determination. So all the resolved cases, though, they've kept to themselves, I guess. The material archived here are unresolved cases. That's helpful. Thanks. That's great. Why don't I search through 17 pages of unresolved cases?
You know what I mean? Like, it's like we made sure to comb through every last bit of detail that we had, and we picked out all of our unresolved cases for you guys. Everything with a fucking dead end and rabbit hole that leads to nowhere. Oh, what does this say about P. Hegseth?
This is release one. Well, this is his statement with release one. So this was February 19th that Trump had said that, and then finally on May 8th, they released these first files. And there are some cool things. And for people out there that are like so ignorant that really have no, like they still see some of these things and say like, oh, that's something I just have trouble believing that without some sort of extraterrestrial intervention or interdimensional intervention that we're moving from like biplanes to these stealth bombers to whatever we're seeing, these Tic Tacs now within like 100 years on our own.
What do you what are your thoughts on like Anunnaki theory and stuff like that like they even influenced our ancient civilizations or history, you know?
I don't know. I kind of lean towards just we've had, it might be, you know, you never really know, I guess, with some of these older things. It could just be hundreds of thousand-year-old human technology. But I'm a little less, I think we see so many things coming out of the ocean that it's got to be, you know, it's got to be something else.
Good fucking point.
But I don't know about naming them. I think that's a little corny.
Yeah.
People say, oh, the Greys, the Anunnaki, there's the other one
Greys,
too.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this much. It's definitely corny when you see people on Instagram like really take it fucking seriously and like, oh yeah, make sure to buy my lavender crystal so you can get in touch with your Anunnaki ancestors.
Oh, wow.
And like, yeah. They
That's
full on snake oil salesman it. But my bad. I digress though. Yeah, I do see what you're saying. I think it's interesting though. I've always thought like maybe that's where like some of these stories of like gods come from, or even like I don't know, like biblical stories of like angels or whatever. But at the same time too, I'm also I think that's just because I want to believe in a fantastical world. I want to believe in I like superhero shit. You know what I mean? I think that's why.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
I think the takeaway is that there are thousands of miles of underground tunnels hiding something in this country. And we don't get a lot of information. And whatever is flying those Tic Tacs, according to, you know, some of the most advanced people in our Air Force, isn't possible in their eyes. So what's going on there?
really.
But and then we got to get a bunch of useless footage here. But let's see. So this goes in documents. Now, one thing you'll notice is the agency that releases a lot of these is Department of War. Even when it's like 1947, they retroactively are calling it the Department of War releasing this.
Yeah.
That's kind of silly to me.
We were always the Department of War.
But I don't know. I wouldn't mind looking through every single one of these files. Now it'd be nice if they were a little bigger. Look at me trying to zoom in here, and it gets further away. I'm at 200% now. All right. There's no reading this, I guess. Read it at home.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
I thought I could get this bigger so I could read this on stream, but the computer's so far. Can you read that on the TV? Is that bigger? I need glasses, to be honest. I'm thinking about getting LASIK in the next few years.
Yeah.
Anything? It's too small.
Yeah. I'm thinking of getting LASIK too. My vision is fine, but just so it's really good. You know?
These are some of my favorite. All right, I'm going to reposition the microphone here so I can lean in and read this. Good morning, everybody, by the way.
Yeah, welcome back.
So this is a subject flying disc from 1947 to the Chiefs of Staff of the Air Force. And it's from H.M. Magatz, a colonel, chief of intelligence. And he says, confirming the recent conversation of the undersigned with Major so-and-so, none of these are redacted, and a lot of the other ones, the names are redacted. Attached a list of copies are reports from this headquarters concerning flying discs. So anyway, the takeaway here is that in 1947, they were having concerns about these flying discs that they were seeing through the Air Force. I think these are the documents that you want to be more curious about, not the more recent ones.
This is making me think. Okay, so like, imagine this. Like, I guess I'm like more or less throwing a hypothetical at you, but like, imagine like some of these soldiers, and like we've already established, what we're seeing here on this website and like all these documents, it's like it's definitely this pre-approved shit. Like, who knows what the government is like also is aware of, and they're just keeping from us, you know, or whatever the fuck. But either way, like, imagine...
Well, what agencies? I just know what agencies are they going to get some of these documents.
Right.
They're not.
Yeah.
The Department of War doesn't have these agencies. Doesn't have these documents.
Or I wonder if it's agencies that probably are out there for the public to see, but we have no idea which ones. It's probably some weird agency like Department of like Sincerity or some weird shit like that, and it's like secretly some covert military operations program. You know what I mean? Some weird shit like that. I don't know, but I'm thinking though. Imagine though that you are some sort of, if not U.S. soldier, just somebody who like works for one of these agencies, and you have seen some genuinely crazy shit like that just turns your worldview upside down. But you got to keep it hush hush because it's the U.S. government.
I grew up with a lot of these. We had these VHSs and DVDs when I was growing up. Well, VHSs first, and then eventually DVDs. And maybe they were VHSs first because my parents had one of those VHS to DVD converters. They were big into that. But anyway,
Convert it to DVD?
They had friends that are pilots that have always said like, "Oh, when I retire, I have some stories about the." But they were so, and one specifically had a lot of stories, but he's so like religious that his wife was so religious that he wouldn't really share them because they were kind of anti their religion.
What?
Just the idea.
Fuck?
So things that would make him nervous. But we have all these anecdotes growing up at things. I think that's all you can really take away from people. You know, you have to get so many anecdotes that line up in the same way, and that's more believable than any government statement to me.
That's a good fucking point.
People like to discount their neighbors.
Yeah. But dude, if pilots have to sign like an NDA, that's, you know what I mean? That's fucking crazy.
Probably, right?
I had a friend of mine who super long ago, in which case that also does make me question the whole flat earth thing. But I remember like a long time ago, I had a buddy of mine who said he had a grandpa who, I don't know what his grandpa did in the army, but he was just in the army for like a wicked long time. He had managed to like, you know, be promoted.
Was he on boats?
Hella high rank. No idea.
I see.
No fucking idea. But I think like basically he was eventually, I don't know if he was involved in intelligence or just did special operations or some bullshit. But he said basically all I know is that my buddy said that his grandpa is like old as fuck, and his grandpa like told him one day, he's like, hey, whenever I'm on my deathbed, I'm gonna tell you everything that like the government doesn't want you to know. And he's like including about aliens, and like that's all he knows. That's all my fucking buddy knows.
He never got to his deathbed.
Well, we're waiting. We
can have him on the show still.
We're counting down the days.
Get me his number.
That'd be even funnier if my buddy's grandpa died and he was just like, "Oh yeah, fuck you," or just, and then dies. Yeah.
We'll kill him here if that's how we're gonna get that information out of him. Give him a heart attack.
Yeah, waterboard him.
So this is just another file from 1945. Oh, this is incident location Germany. Now this one's really unreadable, but the description here, they do a good job of giving little descriptions on the side, especially when we get to some of the videos, they give timestamps. This file contains chaff messages and memorandums related to, quote, night phenomenon, Foo Fighters, end quote, flak rockets, unidentified cylindrical objects, and blinking lights. The document includes multiple references to the observations of the 415th Night Fighter Squadron. And that's where a lot of these are. They're just, people flying around their jets and saying, hey, I saw something pretty weird. Let's document it. 1948, just a header. I mean, that's most of this nonsense.
That's insane.
And look at the declassified. Look, the front of an envelope. Each of these incidents includes a checklist identified flying objects. So basically, they just took any document with the word flying object in it and threw it in this. So
yeah.
it's pretty difficult. I like when we get to the videos here, although the videos aren't very helpful either, and they're kind of tough to read. They're just more of the TikTok shit. And none of them, when I was growing up, some of the UFOs videos that we had on VHS growing up, I don't remember in... what year was it? In the early 90s when that big V went over New Mexico? Do you know anything about that? Mm-mm. That big V triangle ship went over areas in New Mexico.
What?
And there are thousands of witnesses. And so many. There's another story from like the New York Park or whatever. What's that called? Central Park?
Oh, Central Park, yeah.
Another story with like hundreds of witnesses and things. People have been seeing these things forever. I don't know why it's supposed to be such a mystery
like
here.
V-shaped, are you talking about like a V-shaped ship of some kind?
Like a big triangle without one of the ends.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like a big thing with lights and stuff. There's some video of it. I remember the VHS.
But then again, you also have like, do you remember, probably not, but do you remember there was like this whole thing where it was like, essentially Justin Bieber had turned into like a 7-foot tall like lizard on stage at a concert one time?
Really? I remember when he fell through that hole.
What?
I remember when the trap door opened beneath him on accident.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't remember him turning into a 7-foot lizard.
Mm-hmm. And apparently like attacked people in the audience, and it was like a huge cover up. And
Really?
yeah, it's like some... even just bringing it up.
Did everybody
yeah.
that was back when Justin Bieber was using Yonder bags so that nobody could film it?
What's Yonder bags?
It's what comedians use so that you can't bring your phone into the show.
He was having people like collecting them, or like...
Yeah, the Yonder bags are what they use. They're bags that they put your phone in and then they lock, so you can have your phone with you, but it's inaccessible, so that you can't film shows and things.
He hooked it up with everybody,
or answer your phone if there's an emergency.
He hooked it up with everybody in the crowd. He was like, "All right, everybody, now that I've got you all here, there's something I really want to show everybody."
Justin Bieber's sick. I trust him. Included are details relating to plans if alien intelligence is discovered, expanding scientific knowledge and the possibility of life on Mars, and diplomatic policy. So this is probably an interesting one, if I could read it.
Wait, what? Mars, life on Mars, and diplomatic policy, like for life on Mars? What to do if encounter life on Mars?
So this is 1963. Is that before we landed on the moon? I think so, allegedly.
Right.
During recent discussions of the question has occasionally, though rarely, arisen that perhaps we should consider the policy question of what to do if an alien intelligence is discovered in space. Some discussion of this has occurred, as you will recall, during deliberations of BNSP Task 1. I remember that. This memo contains some miscellaneous thoughts on the question. Who's this from? This is from the Department of State, and it's to a Robert Picard. The consensus of scientific view says, with quite good reasons, that the possibility of running across an alien intelligent race in our solar system is negligible. This is due primarily to the presumed unsaltability of conditions upon other planets to support life as we know it. The flying saucer advocates claim, of course, that the scientific viewpoint is nonsense and that there is overwhelming evidence of such beings. In my own mind, I find it difficult to side with the flying saucer advocates, but the almost total inability to envisioned by most scientists is also disturbing. Therefore, I present the problem in current perspectives as I see it.
Do you think maybe because of like this type of document is proof that maybe like astronauts had to sit through like very corporate-esque like training videos of like what to do when encountering alien life in space. Be sure not to sexually harass the alien life.
Very possibly. So if you do encounter, do not engage it sexually.
Yeah, do not engage. Do not make any inappropriate comments.
Flying saucer advocates have claimed that aliens are very sexy. But please refrain.
we can understand how difficult.
This is back to this guy. I can only see his signature, but I can't read his name.
Our top experts can confirm that alien life is sexy as fuck. There's
He goes on, he says, up until a few decades ago, it seemed very improbable that intelligent life existed anywhere outside of the solar system. The chief reasons for this were a combination of scientific theory, scientific knowledge, and religious belief. The most widely accepted scientific theory as to the formation of the solar planetary system held that it was a result of the near collision of two stars. Since such a precise near miss, and then it just ends. Maybe there's a second page here.
how would you handle an alien life form sharing with you its religious beliefs?
Oh, then it just ends. Yeah, there's no second page unless it's buried. How would I react?
How would you handle that? Yeah, how would you handle an alien life form just sharing with you his religious beliefs?
I'd ask it to pull my finger.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's an alien life form's religious beliefs?
I don't know, but like, would you be like the same way maybe some people are, like if somebody from here was sharing with you their religious beliefs?
Probably.
Just kind of like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Oh, you're a nut too, huh?
Oh, that's
Even these aliens are freaks.
like, oh, interesting.
I don't know. Maybe they'd.
That's
maybe
really
they're right.
something.
And more documents. The first couple of pages. is all
You're like,
documents.
I'm busy these next couple of Sundays, but I'd love to check out your guys' thing sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, send me an invite.
Yeah. If you got a pamphlet or something.
More documents.
Would you be a little bit upset to find out that like an alien from another they also have Jesus?
I think that would clear things up.
Yeah. Cuz then you
Really?
kind of got to like, oh, well fuck. I guess we
An alien was wearing a really thin cross
tend to
because they're also langly.
their Jesus was also very You're imagining, they're not worshiping the Christ of Earth. They had their own Mars Christ.
You always wonder too. I don't think that this is going to be how they perform Operation Bluebeam. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna give us like 17 pages of bullshit documents
When they
and
fake
then
an
have
invasion.
some Joe Schmo from the Air Force flying a flying saucer around next week. This doesn't seem to be progress. I thought the Chinese balloon was more progress than these releases.
Right, exactly. Honestly, I could chalk this up to at best distraction. Honestly, like it feels like the Epstein files but for aliens.
It's kind of nice they're all in one place.
right, but it's also they very much doing like a good luck looking through this type of a thing. Like good luck finding what you're looking for.
So we'll get to some of the videos here and look through some of those. Oh, this is from Syria. More documents. This document is a mission report, a standardized reporting the U.S. military uses to record circumstances surrounding its operation. U.S. military services often use misreps to report unidentified anomalous phenomenon. The GenText or general text sections of these reports often contain important qualitative contextual information distinguishing it from the more quantitative or numerical data found elsewhere in the report. A U.S. military operator reported observing one UAP flying north to northeast. The observer reported following the UAP for as long as possible. Who is this? This is from 2022, so this might even be a story that we heard delivered by like Rush or one of those guys. But yeah, we've been seeing more of these stories come out. We can listen to some of this Phil Schneider stuff soon. Let's see some of these videos. Phil Schneider always maintained, and that's who I wanted to look at today. Speaking of old VHSs, this is somebody that I grew up looking at a little bit, but there are a lot of these guys.
What's your personal opinion on aliens? Do you believe like the leaders of our world are in contact with them and we just don't know about it, or do you think they're like?
You wonder who has the play. Apparently China's been building things on the dark side of the moon, so it's not like a worldly contract. I don't understand. I'm not sure. Some people claim that there's some sort of agreement from the 50s of how we interact with things outside of our planet.
Interesting. Like all the countries of the world got together and we're like, here's how we are gonna handle aliens.
Or mainly the United States.
Oh.
And then
sat everybody down.
And then the United States and other countries kind of, I don't know, because Australia has a space program, but they're a bunch of pussies. They're probably co-opted too.
Yeah, they found out there's no kangaroos in space, and they're like, "Oh, never mind."
Get some video
Bloody
here.
boring out there.
A lot of redactions. More documents. This page sucks. I looked through some of this. Let's just get to the good stuff.
Space tits.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's 8 a.m. Eastern. Doing a little breakdown of this website today.
DepartmentofWar.gov.
DepartmentofWar.gov/UFO. They're not even calling them UFOs anymore. Why didn't he go UAP? They don't even call it. They thought it was UAP. It's
UAP sounds way more official.
This is the flying disc release. Also, I do love the terms before they invented conspiracy theorists to just completely ruin the outside perspectives. Mm-hmm. They called them flying saucer advocates.
Flying saucer advocates, like they're fighting for civil rights.
Yeah, like, give these flying saucers a voice. More misreps. A lot of these are just documents of the same thing. Just some normal dude, U.S. military operator reporting a UAP. But you do get to see all those documents in their physicality. So at least there's no denying it. And so many of these things too. You know, I used to argue with these classmates of mine, and they would say, you know, the first thing is like, it's impossible to keep a lie. Somebody would say something, but every whistleblower gets either commit suicide or their whole record gets disappeared.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you know that college you went to? You were never a student.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so easy to just disappear these people when you have 12 agencies that nobody's ever heard of in control of.
Or not for nothing, I feel like that's where sometimes these like rape allegations come from, or like like child.
You're like, you know, I was accused of something. And
I was just about to say, all right, before I implicate myself in anything. You guys, don't you hate it when the government sends these chicks to accuse you of rape?
It's like, I just wanted to expose the aliens, and now I'm a rapist?
Unbelievable. Guys, I'm just trying to seek the truth.
She told me there was an Anunnaki under her dress.
She told me she was 18, and I was there to find out the truth, okay?
But I insisted she was 18 million years old.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
I'm like Leonardo da Vinci, but...
There are a lot of these 5-second videos, and I guess I appreciate keeping them short because the longer ones, you're waiting and wondering what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. But this is, there's a ton of these videos, and it's just these dots flying through just reported. See that?
Oh, what?
You know, a little,
This gives me like ghost caught on cam like footage type vibes. Like...
But it's on a government website this time. I really should have just made this the top 10 spookiest things on war.gov UFO.
Number 10.
In this video, somebody flying their jet engine across the Middle East.
Number
When
15.
From the left side of the screen, something comes into the frame and nobody knows what it is.
I'm pretty sure you could see the black object was a UFO. But look at that. Dude, you paused that perfectly. But what do you think? Let me know.
I don't like this one, though. Most UFO footage, it doesn't have any... This seems to have...
Fuck? It looks like they photoshopped that in.
That seems to have...
There's like some trail behind.
Like a trail.
Right.
Usually the UFO footage doesn't have any trails behind it.
That actually is kind of cool what that like could imply, you know? That it's like sound waves behind it, or it's just like moving that fast. It's like an after image.
Oh, they report it as a possible missile, possible birds. Why is this here?
Dude, UFO, missile, or bird?
You told me it
what
was...
kind of surveillance systems do we
UAP.
have? What? This is what our tax dollars are going to?
Also, I understand if you can't tell if it's extraterrestrial life, you have to be able to know the difference between a missile and a bird.
And a fucking bird and an alien. Why are those the three options?
What pack of birds looks like that?
I just imagine like a government eye test. Just like, is this an alien, a bird, or a missile? Let me know what you think.
So this is some footage taken 2023. We can see...
That's why it's so shitty.
And all we get is the UFO footage. All we get is the jet footage and the Air Force footage too, which I guess is... I would have loved if they would have collected some...
Why isn't the Navy fucking taking more footage? Fuck the Air Force.
So here's a good one. We'll go through the timestamps here. Right now I don't know, when they put these red redactions over, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to read this. It's like when you try to read a Bible that has the explanation right next to it. Which do I read first?
You're reading like a Shakespeare book.
Yeah, this is my Bible, by the way.
Right.
The censor pans from left to right.
DOW.gov.
So it's just something tracking. I think I already watched this one earlier too. But yeah, we just get a little UFO tracking. Well, big fans of the show will know I've always been a flying saucer advocate. We've even showed fans sent me some UFO footage that they saw at the beginning of the year. I think it aired on February 6th, 2025's Drive Time David Collins. And we showed a little of that. Terrible footage. Terrible content. I wish I would have just skipped that segment, but we are UFO advocates here.
What would you do?
Flying saucer advocates.
What would you do if one of these videos exposed the Superman situation? Just like one of these videos is clearly a man flying through the sky.
What would I do?
Yeah. What? What are you gonna do about it?
Write a letter to the president, or just write a PS after my other letter to the president.
Right.
I got a few already on the docket.
After your first one. As per my earlier message. What would I do? That was a fair response.
Where are we here? So this is a 5-minute video. What are we seeing? No content for the first 2 minutes. Okay, thank you, timestamp. So it starts at 1:55. An area of contrast becomes distinguishable against the background in the center of the right side of the display. We got this full screened here.
What in the fuck?
So what are we looking for here? We should have it on frame now. The IR sensor pans to the center of the area of contrast. The sensor field will now narrow to zoom in on the area of contrast. The area of contrast remains generally in the center of the frame, in the center of the view. Oh, I see something flying there. Is it tracking it? Is it moving? Due to the motion, the sensor system repeatedly loses and reacquires the area of contrast within the center of the area of the display. The area of contrast they just use as like the word for an anomalous object on the camera.
Interesting. God, I hate when they fucking use like.
So we see this little thing flying around.
It's like legalese.
And I'm not like an aerospace guy, so I have to take their word for it that these movements are not realistic, and that it is like a big object far away performing this speed and stuff.
Right.
But if they're saying that, I have other anecdotes saying that they've seen things like that, so I guess it kind of lines up as long as...
So see, that's exactly what they were saying about 3i Atlas, right? That's why people were like, "Oh, is it an alien spacecraft?" Because it's moving rather peculiarly. But scientists just chalked it up to like, no, asteroids just do that. Sometimes asteroids have an anomalous trajectory. But it's like, okay, how fucking anomalous of a trajectory? We saw it parallel park. You know what I mean? Like fucking, what are you talking about? We saw it
parallel park. The Comet.
We saw it pull into a fucking Wendy's parking lot up there. What do you mean? How fucking weird does this trajectory have to be before it's an alien?
I guess when you get outside of space, I don't know. Can't other planets like gravitational? Won't things slow down and speed up depending on what they're next to and what they're going away from? And
on top of that, apparently our entire fucking galaxy is going like 1,000,000 miles an hour through the universe as well. So like, what kind of effect does that have on space travel?
Very confusing.
See, God damn it!
I think this is over the ocean.
We couldn't get Neil deGrasse Tyson on. He said he couldn't make it today. Otherwise, we'd have all these questions answered.
We get just this thing flying across the screen here. This is a pretty good one. He tracks it for a while.
Are they also looking at the ocean?
Yeah, I think this appears to be over the ocean now.
Okay.
Unless we're just looking straight up at the sky, but I have to imagine this is the ocean.
It looks like it. And that dot is what we're following.
Also, my understanding, I always grew up hearing these stories of, the stories weren't coming from the Air Force when I was a kid. The stories were coming from the Navy because they would see these things come in and out of the water.
What?
Which is kind of interesting too, that like all these releases we don't hear much from the Navy. That was always my experience growing up. Any person you meet or any story you would hear, it would be somebody in the Navy saying, "Hey, we saw this," and it was the same response that all the Air Force people say, like, we kind of keep it to ourselves. Maybe you share it with somebody, but like you're not going to go report it because you might lose your position. You know, they might.
Not only that, but I think skepticism is high no matter where you're, like, especially for Westerners. It's just bred into us to just, you know what, that was just the wind. Or, like, whatever, right? To chalk it up to, like, not wanting to believe it was something paranormal, actually.
Right. Well, I wouldn't even say. I think paranormal is a bad word.
Oh, good point. Because I guess at the end of the day, like, aliens would prove to be something normal.
Yeah, you can't say something's paranormal if it's paranormal means outside of
Like reality almost, or like existence, I guess.
yeah. It's like it's like another word for magic. It's like another word for lack of understanding.
Good. Okay, fair enough. Good point.
But anyway, so this is one filmed in Greece, but the category is B-roll, and I agree because I last time I watched this, I looked, I'm like, what the hell is this? And I looked and I said, oh, it's B-roll. That's why it was so annoying. But here we go. We get more white objects flying through the screen. Maybe it does a 180 here. The operator switches the sensor to modality to black hot, but does not acquire the area of contrast. So I think that implies that he tried to go to a sensor where he looks for heat signatures, and then it loses as if it's not emitting heat.
That's actually kind of cool.
So we'll see that in about 15 seconds here. But this is just him following the spectrum, trying not to lose it in the clouds. I think we could tell the difference between clouds and ocean in this black and white. I think I'm getting okay at that.
We're getting the hang of it.
Well, you do. You look at these. You say, what am I looking at?
DOW, we have you down.
And then he goes and it disappears. There it is again. And he's gone.
So, have you ever heard tale of like people witnessing these like lights in the sky that seemingly seem to like dance around, follow each other before like disappearing? Oh, excuse me. Before like disappearing and like vanishing. Have you ever heard anything like that?
I think so. That's pretty open-ended.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like but like my mom has a story of that. Like she said, it was like 3 distinct lights, like seemingly like just flying around in these strange little patterns, and like she said, it even seemed like maybe they were even like chasing each other, right? Like these almost like playing tag with one another. Before eventually just disappearing into the clouds. And like literally, I never heard a story like that again. Until I was just watching a YouTuber talk about it one time, and he described almost exactly what my mom described.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all like, okay, all right, there's some validity to this, maybe.
Well, I think I've seen some clips of that a long time ago. I haven't watched, some of these things just remind me of growing up, too, because I was my family is very open to the world. But, no, I don't know. I'm trying to, I thought of something as you were saying in that story. But my parents have seen a lot of things. Oh, my older cousin used to spend a lot of time. He lives in Colorado, and he would spend time like spending weekends in the desert with this group that would watch UFOs in like the dark desert and things. He has some stories.
That's fucking cool.
Near like Roswell, region. Probably not the physical area, but more the region. Here's another one. This is from. This isn't from Greece. This is a different one. This is over the ocean. But they're basically all the same thing. Where's that? Let's get the audio here. This is an interesting one. This is one I liked. You listened to. I showed you this one yesterday after the pre-record, but a couple days ago. Is this different? Oh, this is different. We can look at this one. This has audio. Gemini 7. So Gemini 7, I don't know. I don't understand really what these space missions were for. I guess they were just figuring out how long they could be in space and be in orbit around this time. Because you read it was a 4th crew Gemini flight, the 12th crew. They're just so impressed that they're like sending people halfway into space. They don't even give a shit why.
Right. I wonder if it's one of those types of projects where it's like we have this existing literally just to pump money into it. Like, you know what I mean? One of those types of projects.
Yeah, they had the budget. They said, let's do it.
Yeah, and like not necessarily like automatically implying that somebody was skimming off the top, but like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like sometimes maybe that's exactly what it was. It was just we're just sending people like for no fucking reason, like just to put money into this project of like
trillions of dollars disappear every decade.
Yeah,
and just go to these black organizations,
or rather, just to like justify the programming existing in the first place. You know, like oh, well, we're just gonna send some people into space for research or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Well, you think like, the $80 hammers in Afghanistan. Where's that money really going?
Yeah.
These are just bookkeeping bullshit things.
Good fucking
you remember
point,
that,
man. I never even thought. Imagine it's just a money laundering.
That's all it is.
scheme
I mean, that's
for fucking rich people.
pretty
Oh my god.
And then you remember was it Roswell who gave that speech? Maybe that's probably the wrong guy. Rumsfeld gave that big speech for the day before 9/11, saying how much money is just like disappeared in our books.
What?
And
the
most of
fuck?
most of those physical books were in the towers.
Yeah.
And then so the next day they just burn, and there's no record of all this trillions of dollars missing in these black budgets.
So I heard about the trillions of dollars missing. I didn't know some fucker was talking about it right before the attacks.
he acknowledged it and gave a big speech about it to the
Oh my
American people.
god! Talk about telling us the truth. Before
The 14,
fucking...
so the Gemini 7. Yeah, I don't know exactly the details of that, but that's basically how the story goes.
Right.
I'd have to pull up the speech.
Dan brings up dancing Israelis almost every time he goes on stage.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Isn't that Trump's quote too? I don't even.
Is it?
Yeah, I think Trump I understand that the dancing
So
Israelis was a trope that he didn't invent, but I think Trump kind of popularized the dancer.
That is so good. I just remember.
I think he
one
said
kid,
saw it. I think he said he saw it in New Jersey or something. Like
Oh
that.
my
But I don't
god, that
remember.
is so fucking funny.
Oh, I gotta plug this in. Whoops. So the Gemini 7, the 14-day mission, required NASA to solve some of the problems of long-term duration space flight, such as stowage of waste. I guess then the sentence ends. Timing their workday to match. So they went up to Gemini 7 to figure out how they can shit properly in space. This was the point of the mission. I guess that's why there's not much information on it. It's kind of embarrassing. They found the 7 best shitters in the country that could also go into space. Frank Borman. Boy, what a pooper.
We need our best pooper.
Anyway, they grabbed all their alcoholic astronauts. Then
There's like that scene of like the general with like a beret visiting some dude in the woods. It's like, we need you to come out of retirement. I said I'd never poop again.
timing their workday to match that of the prime shift ground crews, both men worked and slept at the same time. Gemini 7 conducted 20 experiments, the most of any Gemini mission, including studies of nutrition in space. The astronauts also evaluated a lightweight spacesuit, which proved uncomfortable when worn for a long time in the Gemini spacecraft's hot, cramped quarters.
Especially after you shit in it.
It's an odd note. This Wikipedia has no mention of them seeing this bogey going up into space here, but this is one of the most interesting things on war.gov/UFO. It's this audio of Gemini 7 going up, and the Captain Frank Borman, saying that there's like bogeys up in the sky with him.
What?
So we'll take a little listen, and they give an intro here. Somebody more present gives an intro before we play the old audio, but this is a good one.
Gemini Control here again. Earlier in the flight, you'll recall at the start of the second revolution, we had a reference to several objects that the crew spotted. This was in the area of Antigua. Due to a mechanical breakdown, we did not have that portion of the tape available for you. This was a line breakdown between Building 30 and our news center in Building 6. Since then, we have dubbed a tape off the master tape here in the control center, and we are now prepared to play it for you. It contains references to sighting not only some particles, but as well as an unidentified object, plus the booster. Here's that tape. We'll play it for you now.
Gemini 7 here, Houston 98.
Loud and clear. 7, go ahead.
Bogey at 10 o'clock high.
Oh, it does have it. Is this new?
This is Houston. Say again, 7.
Yeah, this was.
We have a bogey at 10
this
o'clock
is
high.
Roger.
So I take that back. It looks like that within the last 24 hours, actually. This was retrieved 5/13/26. So this
What
was,
the fuck? Yeah.
this was just added recently. So when I
They
said that
saw
it wasn't on the Wikipedia, it has since been added to the Wikipedia. I take that back.
They're watching right now. And they fucking...
Yeah. What the hell?
They're like, shit, quick. Let me see what the Wikipedia article says real quick about it.
Did I miss the... Did he mention it? He's just saying, go ahead.
Yeah, he said it. Yeah.
This is Houston. Say again, 7.
So we have a bogey at 10 o'clock high.
Roger.
Oh, okay.
Gemini 7, is that the booster or is that an actual sighting?
Oh, what?
An actual sighting. So they know what they're talking about.
Oh my
They're being
God.
low key,
Yeah,
but they know what they're
100%.
talking about.
They're using coded language, yeah.
Say again, 7.
Wait, play it.
You said and.
Oh, no, I was going to say that it seems like the audio cut out, but no, never mind. It's,
Right.
7.
So we have several, looks like the 3 up there, actual sighting.
Yep.
Do
Three
you have
up
any
here.
more information?
And just like your story, they come in threes.
Estimate
See,
distance
even,
or
it's a universal law.
Well, it does seem to be consistent.
size?
And we also have the booster inside.
Understand you also have the booster in sight, Roger.
And we have very, very many, it looks like hundreds of little particles going by the west out about 3 to 4 miles.
It's aliens doing some welding in space, I guess.
Understand you have many small particles going by.
So particles
On the
is
left,
definitely
at what
referring to
distance?
something as well, I feel.
4 miles. Looks like
Not necessarily anything nefarious, but still, it's just not what I'm picturing, which is like, I don't know, I was like picturing space debris at first, like almost like space garbage, maybe.
Oh, well, this is 65.
It's like space dust, maybe even.
a,
But no, I feel like particles is referring to something, though.
Roger, understand they're about 3 to 4 miles away.
they're past now, they're going to polar orbit.
Roger, and understand they were about 3 to 4 miles away.
Past the pier line, or further.
Roger. Gemini 7, Houston, were these particles in addition to the booster and the bogey at 10 o'clock high? Roger.
7, this is, Houston, this is 7.
Go ahead.
I have the booster on my side as a brilliant body in the sun against a black background and with billions of particles around it.
Such
Roger,
nerds.
what direction is it from you?
They're like, by the way, the sun's really cool. You're missing it, guys.
I
I
just
don't
want
see
to
it.
take this time to point out.
I don't see any aliens on my side. Just the beautiful.
In the sun against a
You
That
should
guy's having a completely different day.
Oh, hey.
black background and with billions of particles around it.
Roger, what direction is it from you?
Oh, I went back so far.
It's about at my 2 o'clock position.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's the booster.
That mean it's ahead of you?
It's affirmative. Ahead of us at 2 o'clock, slowly tumbling.
He's like, hey,
Roger.
Roger. He's like, damn it, my name's not Roger. Fuck. How many times is that? So, okay, I'll say this much, right? How calmly I will note that they're speaking about all this tells me either A, the training at NASA and or the military must be so intense that it doesn't matter what the fuck they're experiencing. It could even be extraterrestrial life for the first time. They just know how to keep it under wraps.
Oh yeah.
Or this is not their first time experiencing quote unquote bogeys.
I think both of those are probably
Probably,
accurate.
you
But
know?
you hear those stories about pilots, how calm they say. They'll be like, all right, we are crashing. We are going to be hitting the ocean in about 3 seconds. Everybody, please get into your position where your neck will break.
If you look to the right of the plane, you can see that plane gremlins are real. They're currently taking apart our engine, right?
If the G-force of a falling plane isn't too much, maybe take a look out the window and you'll see a dolphin before we crash.
If you try lifting your hands in the air, it's much funner. If the G-force of a falling plane is something you can handle. Otherwise, there's baggies in the compartment in front of you.
Oh, Fox 1.
And this kind of wraps up. There's no more.
Bogies is...
Oh, here we go. We got more. I was wrong. Kind of cuts out there and comes back.
Gemini Control here again. The reference in that conversation.
Oh, this is the recap.
Unidentified object, of course, the third object was bogey. There were several references to the bogey. This is the unidentified object, in addition to particles which appear to be headed in a polar orbit, you heard Frank Borman say, plus Jim Lovell discussing the booster. It was Borman who reported sighting the bogey. This is Gemini Control Houston at 4 hours, 24 minutes into the flight.
Signing off. Did you ever see that that Adam Sandler movie that he released on Netflix where he plays an astronaut?
No.
A Jew in space.
No, is that a real movie?
It's not called that, but that is a real movie.
He's got a few movies that I see on Netflix, and I say, I had no idea he made that. I've never seen The Jew in Space.
I'm sorry, yeah, I tickled myself a little bit with that one. It's called, I think it's just called The Spaceman, but I couldn't help it.
I would have named it The Jew from Space.
But it's a pretty dope movie. He like has this whole thing where like there's like this giant spider in his shuttle with him, and he's not sure if he's like hallucinating it or not. It's like an intelligent like spider.
Oh,
he's like not sure if he's hallucinating it. And it's like claiming to be this like other alien life form, and it was a trippy movie.
I can't do an Adam Sandler impression.
I can't remember why I brought it up. I think I just wanted to say a Jew in space, but I can't either. Like aside from like the like kind of like Jack and Jill type of like Opa Coco.
Yeah, it's the hands. I can't even picture it though. You know who's got a great Adam Sandler impression?
Who?
Robbie Goodwin.
Who's that?
Robbie Goodwin? He's a comedian. He's a comedian.
He does like conversational Adam, or he does like
He does the classic Jimmy Fallon, Adam Sandler. I think Jimmy Fallon invented the Adam Sandler impression, if I remember right. I don't remember how that story goes. I'm pretty sure Jimmy Fallon did an Adam Sandler impression on his audition to SNL.
Shut the fuck
and,
up.
And kind of now everybody does the Jimmy Fallon version of Adam Sandler's impression.
That's hilarious. But in which case, I'm assuming it's like the exaggerated, like kind of like.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly. No, you nailed it. That's what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's whatever you just did with the hands that are off. There we go. This is
like,
the hands.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Sandler
Anyway.
Tardation hands.
We'll look at one more here. This is from the Middle East. 2013, the United States Central Command submitted a report of an unidentified anomalous phenomenon to the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. So, like, what the hell is this organization? All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. This is where they go to clear you after seeing something.
Oh, that sounds like an actual like SCP Foundation. Like I feel like 100%. That is a government office that hunts mystical creatures.
So you didn't see this.
Yeah, 100%. They hunt unicorns, aliens, and the likes.
All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. Resolution is a terrifying word.
I don't like how that sounds like, oh, dude, they kill leprechauns there. That's what they do.
For sure.
100%. There's vampire hunters, and it's them.
This video depicts an area of contrast resembling an 8-pointed star with arms of alternating length. So
we're seeing Vishnu. They captured fucking Vishnu on cam.
Oh, whoa, that is wacky, huh?
Yeah, that's an ancient god.
That is a weird one.
Oh, that's
Let's get
scary.
that one full screen. Why can I full screen the video and not the documents?
It's a fucking biblically accurate angel. Look at that. That's horrifying.
What are they seeing?
That was just in our sky. That's horrifying. Why?
Where is that?
Why is that in our sky?
The location UL? What's UL?
That's and it whizzed around and it left a little trail.
The area of contrast within the sensor field of view. Some of those could be lighting artifact. I don't know what camera. It seems to be leaving a trail, which is interesting.
My brain is like hoping that this is Photoshop.
Is it writing?
Otherwise, I'm pretty sure we're witnessing an angel. Is
Area
it
of contrast.
Yeah, it says it says Beth, will you marry me? 15% or more on Geico. What the fuck is that thing above it?
That's what you mean. You don't even know what you're looking at here. But this is allegedly from Central Command, so it's not in a plane, right? Infrared sensor aboard a U.S. military platform.
Maybe,
So they're just looking at the sky.
maybe I just have like Neanderthal DNA or like a lower IQ than I thought, because like nothing in my brain is telling me that's an alien. Every alarm in my brain is saying that's a biblical creature of some kind. That is something of divine, possibly terrifying nature. Yeah, that's horrifying.
Oh, and then it goes up into the sky. That's the freakiest part. That's got to be the freakiest thing, when it makes a deliberate turn upward.
Yeah, and it's pretty like clearly in control of its maneuvers too. Like it's able to change acceleration very quickly. It's fucking taking sharp turns like nobody's business.
And period.
And out of here. Yep. That's beautiful. I don't know what we just witnessed, but it's superior to us.
That's a freaky one.
That's actually, that one kind of freaked me out a little
This
bit.
is from the UAP. This is from the UAP in the Middle East. Okay. So, surrounding area, Saudi, around like
even
Saudi Arabia area.
Why is it scarier that it's in the Middle East?
A lot of these are from the Middle East. Maybe that's because we're dropping all the bombs.
The gods are watching.
Well, that's what they say. They say a lot of these sightings
Displeased.
started after we started launching nukes.
Really? Do you think, have you heard of that? How do you feel about that theory? That, us using nuclear weapons has, attracted the attention, maybe?
I've heard a lot of different things, where they want to use the planet and they don't want us to destroy it. They want to use us and they don't want to destroy ourselves. That if we blow up a nuke, it does something that affects their interdimensional travel because of the way the nukes explode. There are a lot of different far out ideas of why nuclear weaponry attracts these things. But I don't know. We just skipped a new one here. Let's
We
go
ought to come up with a slur for them.
late 2025 are all the incident dates on this one.
Ex-
FBI photos.
Extraterrestrial sounds too politically correct,
A lot of these now are just the photos from the homepage. But yeah, here we go. More documents. Take a look for yourselves, everybody. war.gov/UFO.
Alien.
Good morning, Troy.
They are.
Where's Troy? You should pay Troy so he can quit his job and just be on the radio. This guy knows nothing about aliens. Everything he says, everything you say, he's impressed by.
Okay.
Damn, Troy. Leave this guy alone.
Yeah.
You could be here right now.
Troy, it was very nice of you to log on with your other account. And
That was his account.
yeah.
He was using his own account to talk about himself. Anyway, we got through it. Check it out for yourselves, everybody. You want to see a little of this Phil Schneider? You don't know anything about Phil Schneider?
I don't. Real quick though, before the Phil Schneider thing, I remember I've seen a couple of these videos of it will be these Middle Eastern ghost hunters. And they'll just
Middle Eastern ghost hunt? There must be a lot of ghosts over there.
yeah, basically it's it's a great market out there because
There are so many people that have unfinished business.
they just got all these.
They just got hit by a bomb they had nothing to do with. They were trying to go to a wedding.
Because a lot of ghost hunters will go to abandoned infrastructure, and there's just war torn infrastructure out there.
Yeah, they go to abandoned foundations, look for ghosts.
It's oh guys, where are we gonna go ghost hunting? It's take your pick, man. It's your fucking. But no, there's one in particular that comes to mind. But yeah, it'll just be these videos of these guys they're going around these abandoned buildings or whatever, and they're just screaming in Arabic, Islamic phrases or you can make out as if they're saying Allah a lot. And then yeah, sure enough, it's no different than ones here. It's a ghost girl in the corner that you see for a second, and then the guy holding the camera, you just see him, but I don't know why it's 1,000 times scarier though than American ones. It's just I don't know.
Really?
And for some reason, more believable. I think they're actually catching ghosts for some reason.
Well, it's like seeing chupacabras in Mexico. There's no way they're in Alabama, but they might be in Cozumel. For all I know.
There's a novelty to the monster. Yeah, for sure. That's just Bigfoot's a thing of the past.
This is an old footage. The late Phil Schneider, a retired U.S. by choice, by his choice, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, blink twice
They
if you
gotta
need help, Phil Schneider.
Really pressure that. Because who knows? I'm sure the official story is that he's disgraced. Yeah, I haven't really done my Phil Schneider research,
They
to be
found
honest.
child porn on his laptop or whatever.
I just take him like he's a neighbor telling me a story. I don't even, my neighbor can tell me he's retired U.S. government geologist.
Right.
I'm going to take it with the same grain of salt that I'm going to take this video.
Phil and you are like on a first name basis, basically.
Phil? Oh, yeah, for sure. Over 100. So it talks about his days building deep underground bases for the government. Over 131 in the United States.
What?
And this is 1995. So there's a lot of these tunnels, and of course they're secret, but it's not. It's understanding that we have these tunnels for bombs. We have a huge infrastructure of underground nuclear bomb tunnels.
Well, I would even go as far as to
this
say
country.
that now it's a whole underground network that just like
That's what
goes
he
throughout
says
the
his
whole-
job was. Phil Schneider says that his job was heavily linking these tunnels together throughout the United States.
See, that's fucking horrifying. I just hate knowing that there's people that know stuff that we don't. I don't know.
He says that 1 mile more or down, the involvement with alien technology, samples of elements up to atomic 140 are shown.
Wow.
The advanced stealth technology involves the use of alien metals.
Shut the fuck up.
This video, made in Denver in November 1995, was lost until August 1996 when it was recovered. This is the last known video made of Phil Schneider while he was still alive. He was, quote-unquote, terminated on January 1996. Surviving is his former wife. You can just... Former wife? That goes without saying. Were they broken up beforehand? Otherwise, that's so disrespectful.
She was a government plant.
His lifelong partner, Cynthia Dreyer Schneider. Oh, maybe they were broken up. She has a different last name.
Yeah.
And his 8-year-old daughter. May his message travel far. All right. Well, we can all get over this. This is a huge advocate of Phil
over
Schneider.
this.
Let's just hear his story without all the fluff, huh?
Yeah, for God's sakes. I'm sure Phil wouldn't even care.
This is a long speech, and it's tough to make out his words. Bad audio.
Over the telephone approximately 3 years ago.
Let's get Phil up here. Clap, 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 clap,
Slip
clap.
sync shifts.
This is Phil Schneider, everybody.
That's almost a pun anymore. I'm Phil Schneider.
He's not hiding his face, by the way. It's just bad lighting.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, this is why the audio's so quiet.
I worked 17 years for the United States government as a geologist and aerospace engineer as well as a structural engineer. I worked for such elusive occupations with Morrison Knudsen, Bechtel, Page & Page, Aerospatiale of France, and a host of other, EG&G and a host of other, Los Alamos Laboratory and these kind of things. But rather than bore you with all those statistics, I've got cooked up a real mixed bag here of different topics, and it's might be a little bit like brain overload, but I'll start from the beginning.
What, are we supposed to be impressed
Like I said,
because
I
this guy
worked
was hanging in the
17
Jewish tunnels with all the Jews?
Co-invented
Very good, very
methods
good.
of shape charge blasting as well as laser rock deflagration, which means rock is literally melted or powdered by a special
Is it wrong to be mad at
laser
him
combination,
for building all the Jew tunnels?
and the residue of the rock
He didn't know no better.
underneath is applied as a
Schneider,
coating, as
he might
a
be
liquid
Jewish.
coating,
Oh, fuck,
kinda
never
like
mind, he knew
instant
better.
agate, if you could imagine a hunk of agate, which is a hard silica mineral, rock actually. But up here we have another topic. This is an area to where I worked. I worked 11 years of the 17 years at Groom Lake, S4, S2. It's in the Nellis Air Force Base area. In fact, Groom Lake is, I'll show you in the picture right here. It's right here.
Well, that wasn't helpful.
You know, this would be something that the government would weaponize. Is the guy who's doing easily probably one of your most secret covert operations that you're running. Make sure he's some like just autistic guy that would not be able to explain what he's doing.
Right. Find somebody with poor communication skills.
With really bad public speaking
work on the
abilities and has no idea how to fucking hold the attention of an audience. And
Also, you never know what's true. Even these people don't know what's true because to know where leaks are coming from, people will be fed certain misinformation. So if that
how do you
odd
mean?
misinformation was to come out, they would say, oh, that's not only false, we know who we fed that false information to, so we know who's leaking.
What? Hold on, wait. Explain that one more time.
So you'll tell a guy like this, you'll say like, oh, you're working on technology in order to make, a special type of light bulb. And then he'll say like, oh, we were working on like this technology, this alien technology. And my understanding is it was for a light bulb. And then even though maybe some of the information about the technology is accurate, they weren't really making a light bulb. But because there's somebody out there releasing this information that includes the language of the light bulb, they know it came from the people that they fed misinformation.
Okay.
So that, these agencies will give false information to these workers in order to, identify leakers.
And I also see what you're saying, but like how they compartmentalize everything, right? It's like we're not gonna give this guy the full story.
Oh, of course. No, he's working. He's got one project.
Damn. That way, like we as the people, we could never get the full fucking story. We'd have to torture and.
It's a lot like the Bob Lazar story.
What?
But the Bob Lazar story. But there are a lot of these Bob Lazars out there.
Yeah.
This guy worked at Los Alamos too, allegedly.
No shit.
Supposedly right around the mid-1940s.
We'll skip through the bumps here.
Anyway, the whole thing here is that also in 1946, I might want to add, we were engaged in atomic bomb testing and this kind of alike. And of course, the area of Bikini Atoll. Some of the pictures are over here on the white board.
Groom Lake, Bikini Atoll. These freaks.
Showing with the actual language of both the U.S. Army and U.S. Navy archives.
What this is all really about.
Anyway,
Roofy Canyon.
these flying ships were seen as early as 1945, 46. Some of them were called Foo Fighters, and you name it.
Foo Fighters.
They were fully known about. Maybe as early as 1935 or 36 by
And we saw that referenced in some of the UFO documents, these Foo Fighters that are it was just a flying object, right?
Right, yeah.
But
Was it another bogey, essentially? Just
yeah,
another
essentially, but they
coin
referred to
term?
some sort of flying.
I wonder if
Foo
Foo Fighters was probably just a category of, or like classification of.
But he knows the term.
Right.
U.S. Navy. And there was a shallow underwater base at Bikini Island, and that was probably the one reason why a number of atomic bombs were exploded in that area rather than other areas which they could have been even more remote out in the South Pacific at Operation Crossroads. Well, anyway, this all led up to
that's right.
later on, about
Operation-
6-8 years later.
Or something about Bikini Atoll. Yeah, that's where they detonated.
That's
some
where they
atomic
tested
bombs.
nukes. Yeah.
Led to
That's what he's talking about.
Which I think led
interesting
to the
treaty,
inspiration of Bikini Bottom or some shit like
called
that.
the
For
Create
SpongeBob.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Treaty. It was the Alien-Human Treaty. And supposedly the aliens had come in and exchanged technology, and they'd want to take an occasional human being and a few head of cows, and accurate books were supposedly to be kept and all this kind of stuff. And of course, eventually all that broke down, and aliens are notorious for being liars, even greater liars than so-called, in quote, we humans are.
Interesting.
Alien treaties are often just not even the pieces of paper they're written on. They're just really kind of worthless. Anyway,
Wow.
my
This
work
racist piece of shit. I believe every word of him, and I think he's a bigot.
work as a
He's
geologist.
you
in
can't really
building
trust these
underground-
beady-eyed fucking aliens.
I hope we can find the part here where he talks about, and I've held on to this. He maintains that aliens, at least in part, want to eat people.
Well, for me, it's
But he
just,
says later that they hate the taste of nicotine, so they don't eat smokers.
What are these guys, vampires? It's funny to note that one of the first things we're legitimately hearing about intelligent alien life is that they are fucking sneaky little bastards, apparently.
Yeah, according to this guy.
Beady-eyed, money-grubbing little pieces of shit.
Very human, if that sounds like to me.
Very, one of these.
military bases, some of which are over 2 miles underground. And I think when you listen to Al tonight, if you have a chance to listen to him, he will speak of... Al's actually been on some of the high-speed monorail subway cars, if you might want to call them, that link these bases together. Some of them are capable of riding on a cushion of air about 3/4 of an inch off a rail at a better part of Mach 2. And he's actually been on one of these trains. I've only been in one of the tunnels and helped build some of the tunnels. Incidentally, I helped work on 13 deep underground military bases. Had hands-on experience. Notorious was the one in and around the Dulce, the southeastern and southwestern sides of Dulce, New Mexico, in the Los Alamos laboratory regions, where we built some hermetically sealed rooms that were very deep, going down over a mile. We also built additions onto Groom Lake and S2 and S4 complexes. There are a total of 9 underground. They're called DUMBs. Like, you can learn a lot from this dummy, but DUMB stands for Deep Underground Military Base. And or a deep underground, DUM 2, for instance, is a submarine base, and I helped build a few of those too, which are off our continental shelves and then certain islands.
Stop bragging.
Out in the Atlantic and the Pacific.
In all fairness,
strategic
he is
locations.
a little bit starting to sound like maybe just like a homeless guy on the side of the street.
I can hardly, in an hour's time,
It's
I
like,
can
yeah,
hardly
and then
squeeze
the
all this
military
in.
bases, and
So
I helped build
I'll
those
be kind of
submarines,
rambling
actually.
here if you just bear with me.
And then the aliens, they touched my
main
penis.
topic of my
Actually, they do kind of touch his penis.
Shut up, he gets into it.
I don't want to say. I mean, it wasn't a sexual assault, but
They were just curious.
he's lucky his penis was missed.
Would you...
Let's skip to this bump here. We'll see if we get a little.
Only given out to a handful of civilians and maybe a couple of hundred military men worldwide. I thought I was doing the nation, United States, as well as the world a favor by, I thought I was
Here we
kind
go.
of keeping my end up. Well, it didn't work out that way.
So he's got these rocks that. Maybe he'll get to this story here.
I was to later find out that these underground bases are now being employed as strategic bases in case there is martial law in this country. Right now, our military professors that used to be in war colleges and the like are training people like ex-Russian KGB and Spetsnaz people right here on American soil. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, along with other people, other geologists. By the way, I'm still a
These
geologist.
geologists are the canary in the coal mine, I guess.
I guess so.
He's like, me and other geologists have seen a lot of this. And other geologists were so
Who would have thought
involved.
those fucking nerds would
These
be...
rock guys.
would be
So
up
here
to
we go.
some
Speaking
shit.
of rocks, this is when he starts showing off his.
This very same kind of thing. First of all, the United States is not a democracy.
Let's go.
It's not a republic anymore. It should be a republic. That's to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God.
Hell yeah.
why we can't even pray in the public schools anymore. We have to have
All
a
right.
Supreme Court
Cool.
judge or
I don't know if that you kind of
plus,
missed your point there.
This guy's building
Reno
up
and
steam
company.
now.
among other things.
Can't even pray
telling
in
us,
schools
what to
anymore.
do. Interpret
Where
for
did
us
that
as
come
if
from?
we
He's like,
cannot
what's to do with
read
all these
our own
blacks?
two eyes.
Yeah, seriously. How do you maintain your religious beliefs after being shot through the chest with a laser weapon?
Yeah, that's.
I guess I don't need to blow that by your ears. Okay, on another subject, I have a number of items up here at the
Yeah, if you get a
table,
chance, try to catch a glance at his left hand.
one of which here is,
What's up with his left hand?
if I can show
Might
it,
be his right hand, too.
is a heavy hunk of rock indeed. It has a weight of about a little bit more than a pound, 2.5 times the weight of uranium. It's not radioactive, can never be made radioactive. It's composed of earth, rare earth, clays, and powdered metals, as well as an alien element, mostly from crashed, retrieved flying saucers and those of the kind that have happenstance to crash in our deserts and backyards, so to speak. It's called Mironite.
There were so many. That's one thing I remember, too. So many of these VHSs that I grew up watching had these UFOs crashing, like some crash sightings, too. I remember this one that looked really good was on like a lake or something, and this thing came down and like skipped on the lake, and then like a skipping rock, and then finally went into the water. But yeah, apparently these UFOs crash.
Oh, this is employed in every stealth aircraft, every black jet throughout the black budget.
And he's
Also,
claiming that's what's in his hands right
in
there
very
is
small
like the half
quantities in the
alien, half
skin.
earth.
Yeah, like this alloy, the rock or whatever that can
The fuck, bro?
break down powder and coat the ships.
This guy's making some
black
real
hole
serious claims.
Mironite. Here's another thing. Here's a piece of probably the purest titanium you'll ever hear or see. It's so pure, it's also composed with other alien elements to make it extremely tough. It's capable of withstanding temperatures in excess of 7,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Our new Phoenix-class submarines, of which we're building 2 a month right now.
What?
Phoenix-class submarines is a black budget program. Each one of those submarines costing $208 million just for the titanium hull, which is made of this material. Approximately.
Shut the fuck up. The
10,000
U.S.
pounds
Navy's
of it.
making their submarines out of alien
Now,
material.
We've got supposedly, as of the data
That's
right now,
kind of
we've got
badass.
106 of these submarines. They're flying
China's just got cheap plastics. We got alien materials.
waters.
China's
in the
submarines
waves.
say fucking made
They
in
can
Taiwan.
dive
Actually.
to a depth of over 7,000 feet and hold that for 3 months. It's a fantastic submarine indeed.
Eat that, China. We got fucking He-Man's chest plate in the front of our submarines.
It's a fantastic submarine indeed.
I just swear he was doing an impression of somebody there. I couldn't put my nose on it. All right, we'll go to this other bump here. We got a couple bumps left, and then we got the big bump over here, the big volcano.
This guy's a creepy bastard, but he's also, I don't know.
Phil Schneider.
Yeah.
This is going to be a story about getting shot in the chest for sure.
To be given an audience by these people, but evidently I have. But 13 attempts on my life since the first of this
Why
year.
is he wearing Erica Kirk's outfit? Very good.
There's a number of you ladies present, so I won't gore you out, but Al has seen some of the wounds, and there's a few other people that have been to a few of my other lectures, and they can attest that I have been shot. I've been run off the road. I've been pushed off the road. I've been
But I have a big
mostly
penis.
shot at and that kind of thing like that. But been in hand-to-hand combat with some of these people, and once again, I'm
He has
not
karate
in the best
fought
of shape
aliens.
anymore, but I still know how to handle myself. And
So that's right, your
just
boy
about
still
ready
has
to
some
wrap
moves.
things up.
He's such an old man in that moment.
Yeah, that was 100% back in my day.
He's like, I could still throw a rock or two.
I'd knock the shit out of some aliens. Don't you try shit with me, sonny.
Up here, but just basically wanted to give you an overview of what's happening. And if we have any questions, we can start asking a few questions. Okay, here's a gentleman way over here. Would you please speak up loud?
What would make you feel more alpha? Having fucked an alien female or having fought and beat up an alien male?
I don't think you can take credit for having sex with an alien. I think you were molested.
You molested?
It's like would you be more impressed if you had sex with the priest or it's
or beat him up?
you're being taken advantage of by the alien.
Why are you being taken? What if you're the one doing the taking advantage of?
Maybe, well, then you're a creep. I don't know why you're bragging about that. Keep that between you and the locker room.
I'm just drawing some distinct lines. That's
Yes, I was involved.
that made me feel better that you said the alien's taking advantage of me. It's like, oh, okay, I didn't think about it like that.
Of course. Get a minute here. Here's the bump.
Taking advantage of my
kept bringing
poor
up
innocent-
dirty dust and putrefying odors and broken off machine bits and other kinds of things like that. Boring machines as well as lasers came up damaged. And of course, there was a probe that was sent down, and that came up totally missing. And so people were sent down there, and I was one of the people. And when I got down there, of course, the odor was, and remember, I was in a spacesuit type environment. All I had was a small tool belt with special sensors, a small rock hammer, and a rucksack for mineral specimens and other kinds of things like that. And I had my little pistol. And being an engineer, didn't have time to carry a big hunk of pistol like most of these Green Berets carry, stuff like that, black berets. I carried a little Walther PPK with a 9-shot clip.
Because of his time constraints. That's why he had such a small gun. There wasn't any. He couldn't. It's not that he couldn't handle it. He's just too busy.
Yeah.
As soon as I got down this hole, standing about from
It's just too
from
smart,
me
one of these
to
engineering types.
this gentleman over here in front row, about 10 or so feet away, 7 feet away, something like that, was one of these 7-foot-tall stinking alien guys, and I didn't waste any time. I said, I'm not fiddling with you guys, and boom, away you go.
Shut up.
And I was one of the rare few that had been allured that this may or may not occur, and so basically was given ET training, but a lot of these other people weren't.
The way he's talking about
ET
it, too.
training?
The way
He just kind of brushed past that pretty quickly.
the way that he talked about it too, just like, well, yeah, I saw a 7-foot-tall alien ass, and I just laid him to waste. I
don't know how to interpret it. It also could just be like somebody who's done this bit a million times and is tired of telling the story.
He's tired of telling the story when he shot an alien in the face. That's insane. I can't believe this man.
This is why that guy's grandpa is waiting for his deathbed.
In fact, it was asked, are there aliens in the area? And of course, the big question was no. And that was a big lie. And of course, 66 people died that day. I have a big hole in my chest. I lost a lung. My lung was literally burnt out of me. My fingers burnt off of me. My toenails.
Yeah, you didn't see the
literally
fingers?
burnt out of me.
He's missing like 3 of his fingers, or 2.5.
Fingers burnt off of me. My toenails burnt off of me. My skin was.
Why your toenails?
What is he saying?
Radiation
Burnt his shit? The
isolation.
Yeah, he got shot with a laser.
Like an alien.
Yeah,
gun?
that's what he's saying. Through his chest and burnt his lung and shot and burnt his fingers.
Damn.
Therapy for 400 plus days. My bones were vitrified or burnt. I was cooked. I managed to survive. They're telling you something about it today. But other than that, I'm the only talking survivor. There are only 2 other survivors, and they're in nursing homes up in Canada. And Canada refuses to allow the United States officials to talk to them. They're in very bad shape indeed. One of them can't talk, and the other one doesn't want to. So, they're regarded as Canadian heroes, and so
Okay.
Those Canadian pussies.
Interesting. To who? Who regards them as Canadian heroes?
This guy just keeps like subtly mixing in his racism and fucking like negative views.
Yeah. Those white angels up in Canada. All right, here's the biggest bump here. We'll get through Phil Schneider's most replayed moment here.
Okay. Yes, they are. The gentleman asked, are these tunnels connected to large caverns? Yes, these large bases are basically like this Coliseum. Everything's underground. Everything's a city underground. Most of these bases both have military bases, and they have all the accoutrements of life. Remember, each one of these costs quite a bundle of dough, and some of it in our tax money, but most of it in clandestine approaches, and that's definitely undermining the country. Yes.
It's almost frustrating to hear him talk so like
Matter of fact.
nonchalantly.
Well,
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah, nonchalantly.
About like
difficulty
what
in
conspiracy theorists have
understanding
been
our
like
language.
theorizing for fucking years. Of just he said there's like railway systems down there and shit, right?
Oh, of course. Well, how else
Speed
would you
trains?
travel?
That's fucking
The
crazy.
mile-long tunnels.
Some of them have a difficulty in understanding our language. It's too slow to them.
What?
If you've heard whale songs or bird chirpings at high speed, it's about what these aliens sound like audibly to us. So they,
Phil Schneider, you talk too slow for me.
it's a bunch of gibberish. Yes, they slowly.
Alien
actually
sounds like
broken
fucking
down.
birds.
There's
That's a
11
little disappointing.
prototypes
Yeah, really.
or 11 civilizations of aliens visiting
That's
this
kinda
planet.
gay.
It was
all the
gross as
time.
birds, too.
All
That's
of
also
which are known
disappointing to
by the
see
US
aliens show up
military.
to our planet,
9 of
and they're
which,
just talking to the fucking
are
birds. They're
not
just missing
very-
us
They're pretty
entirely.
bad news.
like,
Two
oh,
of
thank
which
God,
are benevolent,
intelligent life here.
but the benevolent ones have supposedly left.
Finally, some fast talkers.
War of,
We've been
sorts,
lost. You
especially
guys
the
know how to
Pleiadians.
get around here. You guys.
9 of which are not very good indeed. They're pretty bad news. 2 of which are benevolent.
Okay, so here he's describing what you had asked earlier about, do you believe that there's these different types of aliens that people talk about? This is what he breaks down. This is his interpretation.
Or 11 civilizations of aliens visiting this planet all
11.
the time, all of which are known by the U.S. military. 9 of which are not very good indeed. They're pretty bad news. 2 of which are benevolent, but the benevolent ones have supposedly left. They have their own little war of sorts, especially the Pleiadian groups and whatnot like that, of which Val Thor was repudiated to be a Venusian, but other people will alert he looks more like a Pleiadian.
Al Gore? We're calling Al Gore an alien here? Okay.
It all comes back to
That's where I started this too. I say, what are these people? I don't trust any of these people in office. I don't know if they're reptiles or what they are. I don't know if they're
like
human.
that, of which Val Thor was repudiated to be a
Is he saying Al Thor or Al
Al
Gore?
Thor. He's saying Al Thor. I don't know.
Okay.
Who the-
groups and whatnot like
different
that,
guy.
of which Val Thor was repudiated to be a Venusian, but other people will alert he looks more like a Pleiadian. He looks normal human, except he's got 6 fingers and toes. He's got a
God damn,
one
you
lump,
speaking so
oversized lung.
matter
He's
of
got-
factly about. And then the Phoenicians and the Palestinians.
It looks
and the-
human, except generated by AI.
2 hearts. He's got all kinds of weird stuff. Bones are bigger.
2 hearts. Shut the fuck up, man. Fucking.
The man
I would ask him, are any of these aliens hairy? That's I
What
think,
for? What?
well, if they're interdimensional travelers, could that explain some Bigfoot sightings?
That'd be fun at the very least.
Get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. Some mermen. We got some mermen.
Describe
aliens.
the pubes of the Anunnaki.
Yeah. How?
the man asked.
Describe the girth. of the Anunnaki.
Also, are the aliens naked down there? Or are they in these nice suits too?
I'd like to think so.
7 feet. Those are going to be expensive suits.
Like nudity, nudity kind of trails this sort of like association of like superiority. I feel it's like that's right. We're fucking above clothes. We.
Oh yeah. You whispering over there?
We evolved past the need for them.
Do I tie in the alien agenda
right.
to the New World Order? Yes, sir, 100%.
Well, there it is. That's a good wrap up.
The man asked, do I tie in the alien agenda to the New World Order? Yes, sir, 100%.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
I think
folks.
that's a good place to end.
So, what do you think is the next moves for the New World Order?
I don't know. I have a baby coming next month. You know, I gotta kind of focus on my own stuff. But I'll make sure that we won't be watching Miss Rachel. We'll be watching a lot of Phil Schneider.
Yeah,
I'll say, learn to count the fingers on his hands.
that's true. If anything, this baby's coming. You got somebody to take up the mantle when you.
Oh, for sure. I know, and I'm finally gonna have somebody that can work the board for me too.
Sound effects and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, boy, what a great day, everybody, huh?
Phil Collins or Phil Schneider.
Yeah, Phil Schneider. But yeah, well, thanks for coming over today, Nathan. Doing a little drive time this morning. I just wanted to go over that website with everybody, and we have some pre-records coming out. Dan, Harrison, Troy. It's gonna be a great day. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Dan McCullough and Colin Strayjack I'll see later today, because we're gonna be filming some pre-records for the next month when the baby's born.
The ones that we record, those are coming out next month as well?
Yeah, exactly. As soon as the baby's born, I'm not going to be available on Wednesdays. We'll start pumping out those pre-records for like 6-7 weeks.
Hell yeah.
And then hopefully I'll be able to get back to my secret show after that.
Yeah. The secret show.
Impactful Radio.
This one's just already this is already on YouTube, yeah?
This is live.
And I'll be able to, let's see.
This is live. We're currently live on YouTube. He's just like one of the fellow kids. You got it right there. Well, cheers, everybody.
Why is he wearing Kirk's outfit?
You want to wrap us up here?
No, I don't.
You tug on that balloon so they know that it's real. It's real, everybody. We have a balloon.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Not to be confused with the real giant bucket of popcorn that he has right behind him.
You know, I noticed this the other day, too, when we were doing the pre-records. Nobody can even tell. This room is filled with baby stuff. You can kind of see it on Nathan's left there, on camera right, on the dyno cam, but
I'm a little embarrassed to admit that I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out just now.
Does anyone want to see? I'll give it a quick flash here with the handheld cam. You guys want to see this?
I just don't pay attention to things. Beautiful.
There's a full wall of stuff. In case people thought the baby was a terrible practical joke.
Isn't that adorable, everybody?
It's just a prank, everybody.
Classic prank when you make everybody think that your wife is pregnant.
The handheld cam's delayed,
Hell yeah.
if you can't tell. Anyway, you want to say it?
Sure, yeah. What's the, drive, what is it?
Drive safe, drive hard.
Everybody,
It's Matt Ferry's sign off. He invented it.
drive safe, drive hard.